Hey guys, it's Owen here. I'm playing some Leblanc, and I don't remember who I'm against. Oh yeah, I'm against Gragas. That's not so bad. Give me a second to have some water, or have a sip of this water, and I will tell you about the lane. For starters, the lane can go either really well or really poorly. It really depends on who is better at landing their stuff, and who can predict what the other person is doing first. So as LeBlanc, you can harass Gragas really well, and you can poke him down, as long as you don't have mana problems. But if you do poke him down and harass him a lot through his passive, you're going to have a lot of mana problems throughout the game. So one thing that you might consider is going for an early Athenes if you don't get blue buff, or waiting to try to all in until you do have blue buff, or going for a Morello on the con. Those are all options that will give you cooldown reduction and mana regen, and they should provide you with a decent amount, or at least enough to trade with Gragas pretty well.
Minions have spawned.
Personally, I think Athenes is pretty good unless you have to, unless you're behind. Like if you're super behind in the game, or like if your team is behind, then going for an Athenes isn't always the best choice, because you don't have a lot of straight up burst damage when you do that. Ah, I see. Rise is not leashing.
Are you certain?
But yeah, I guess if you... Well, that was weird. My FPS is dropping really randomly. But if you ever go for
Looks can be
these like weird items that sacrifice some AP, instead of going for like an early DFG, then you will actually have some kind of problem usually bursting down the enemy. So whenever you buy an item, you have to kind of consider what are you giving up. And like if I bought say Rabadon's first item, then I'd be giving up mana regen and most utility. I would just basically be getting straight ability power for that. Okay, so that was really backwards, but I used my W early because I noticed that I wasn't in range of Gragas to use my Q, but I used my W early so that I could avoid getting hit by the barrel.
Where next?
God, I don't want to miss that one too. Alright. Okay, so now if I could do that before, what the fuck? If I can do that before he finishes drinking his barrel, I think I can actually stop the part that will make him take reduced damage, and that would be really good for me to do. I ran out of mana. That's kind of what I mean. So now I just have massive mana problems, and I have to wait until I have enough mana to do anything again. And by that time, Gragas will probably have full mana and full health bar. So I'm just gonna have to sit here and take free harass until that happens. Meanwhile, a couple of other things have happened in different places, but in general, I think my jungler is good, and only top and AD carry died. Okay, I'm gonna pot up again. I need to really be careful about if he's gonna barrel me again, because basically we both have I'm not sure if I was exactly expecting that. But most of this game has already gone not as I expected it to go. I feel like I could have played a lot better. And I really could have. And I think that FPS thing is going to kill me sometime this game.
It's all smoke.
How much does my full mana cost? That's like 230. So I need like 230 mana for or 220 mana, I guess, for a full combo. So I'm pretty sure that I could go do it right now.
Where next?
That could have gone better. I could have waited for so one, I also could have auto attacked him, but I could have waited for him to use his barrel for me to have W'd back to my
Would I lie?
clone. I just kind of did it preemptively, thinking that maybe he would use it, even though I knew that I had silenced him. So that was just kind of a weird maneuver. But yeah, I actually could have ended up dying there if he would have like been able to E into me. But luckily, since I dodged his E, he actually didn't have the cooldown reduction that he gets from using it.
Trust me.
So now when I come back, I should be able to harass him a little bit better. I did hit level 6 before him, but I think he's going to get it on this wave, so that's really not saying much. If he didn't get it right there, he's going to get it pretty soon.
Classic misdirection.
God. I haven't played mid in so long that my CSing needs some work.
Patient summoner.
I also would like to know where Gragas is, because there's a possibility that he not really ganks. I mean, he does have the insane mobility from his E, but I was more thinking of like helping Hecarim take a really early dragon.
It's all smoke and mirrors.
Okay, I think I put a lot of harass down on that. I don't even think I hit my last W, but I still think that the harass that I put down with my ultimate and my chain was more than enough to make him leave lane, or at least wait a little bit to be right next to me again. So I should be denying him CS from this. I also think that Singe is down here, because I'm pretty sure I saw him roam. So I don't want to get baited into Singe gank. Oh, there he is. He's back to his lane.
Trust me.
I just made Gragas use his, basically anytime that I use that combo, I will make Gragas use his E away or be just terrified of being next to me. Until I run out of mana, and then he's gonna do it. Or then he's gonna come back and try to fight me. But I want to get blue buff here. And I'm really happy that he's at least giving me this blue buff, so I'm not gonna delete Ali. Yeah, that's what I thought. So Hecarim would gank top lane and kill Rise, so I figured he'd actually probably take blue buff also. And Singe, instead of coming down to gank me, he probably came down to help Hecarim just in case someone else had come up to stop him from taking blue. So that just happens, like, that can happen in any game if you don't have a ward on your blue buff. Like, I didn't ward it, and I could have warded it to make it so that we would have had full control of blue. And on top of that, Fiddlesticks could have also warded it. So that's just our bad.
Classic misdirection.
This is going to be pretty risky if I want to go in for Ezreal. I just want a little bit of extra gold. I don't think Leona had a good opportunity over there. And then after I went in, I used my E instead of my R for some reason. And if I would have R'd again, I think the barrier threw me off because I wanted to W, Q, R, but it didn't really work out that way. So it's kind of whatever. I'll have to work on that, I guess.
It's all smoke and
But yeah, Leona went in on Ezreal. Ezreal E'd away or flashed away, one of the two. And then because of that, I chained, and then my R was not my Q, so I had to R my chains, and then that made it so that I couldn't also get out. An ideal one would have been flashing over the wall, Wing, and then trying to W out, or I guess ult out with my chain. Not ult out with my chain, holy fuck.
patience.
Am I really gonna play another game of this to get a good video? I don't think so. So what sorry, this is really confusing sounding, but I should have Q'd and then W'd and then ulted out, but that didn't work.
Right, well,
I don't know why, I'm just so frustrated today and flustered. I think he's dead, but I mean, he got dragon. He got dragon against 4 people, which is really good.
there's no
Okay. And I don't think that there's actually much that I can do here. I want to put a ward to find out when our blue buff is gonna be up. So I'll buy another ward here. That way I can also get one for lane. I want to, let's see. I want to finish my Athenes. I went for double Doran so that I could still have AP without so that I could go for a Chalice without sacrificing too much AP. Damn, this game really has not been a really good example of my Leblanc skills, but okay. I don't even have enough AD to finish these off with one hit. Using your ultimate actually for CS isn't bad, just because it doesn't cost anything for you to.
would I lie?
It doesn't cost anything for you to use your ultimate, and it's only on like it's like on a 30-second CD, so.
Are you certain?
Like Lux's ult is on a pretty similar CD.
Trust me.
And I went for the magic pen boots, that way I could actually get around places quicker, and that way I could roam more often, compared to going for the CDR part or Fiendish Codex of the Athenes on Holy Grail.
An enemy has been slain.
They could totally get turned on right here.
Classic misdirection.
If Hecarim hadn't ulted yet, it would have been really easy for them to turn. I don't want to say like over caution, but they still could have gotten killed even without that.
Where next?
I probably shouldn't have ulted Residual there.
Tricky, aren't you?
I can change. I don't have to. I could have changed someone there if I wanted to, really. Or if I had to. I was staying around the side so that I still had the option to throw my chain in and try to CC someone away from those slits. One thing that's actually, I guess that LeBlanc is actually really good on, not really good on, but she's not terrible on it, is actually peeling with your chain and an ulted chain. You actually can't have like a 3-second stun or a 3-second snare, which is a pretty incredibly long snare, honestly. Good job.
It's all smoke. Patience, summoner. Your team has destroyed
So I am curious what that FPS lag is about, but I'll figure it out later. I kind of want to bait the Ezreal into thinking that I have left the lane, so that way I can try killing him. But I'm not sure if he's gonna fall for it.
Looks can be deceiving.
Yeah. And now I might have to flash. No, I don't have to. Even if he ults me, then I can just W away. And I'm not sure if he even noticed how much health I was at. But if he had come up closer, because I'm assuming that that bush is warded or something like that, that he knew that I was in there. But if he had come up closer, there's a chance that my W, Q, E, R, Ignite would have been able to kill him.
Looks can be deceiving.
So I was pretty willing to take that chance, I guess.
There's no escape. Are you certain?
Okay, I see Hecarim over there. I'm still gonna put a ward down there because I don't know where Singed is. And it's just a nice place.
Patience.
Let's have a ward. Damn, I missed the cannon minion. The cannon minion is the most important minion to get. I missed it.
Would I?
If Philistines can get a fear off, then
Where next?
Leblanc has a really strong kit right now. Just in that you don't really have to level up your Q to get a lot of damage on the proc part, or a lot of damage overall. Just from the mainly from the proc. But
An enemy has been slain.
if you max your W, you get a huge amount of upfront burst that you can use to basically instantly blow up someone and for wave clear. And it gets on a pretty short cooldown, I think, or at least short enough when you have 25% CDR. You'll notice that I didn't roam down bot lane, and that could be because I'm awful at roaming, but also I want to try to take this turret.
Shut down.
I don't really see our team as being the greatest or the best wave clear team. So I think any chance that we get to push is going to be pretty strong. Honestly, I just didn't even really check what was going down in any other lane, so I didn't have any reason to roam without knowing. But I can make something up that makes sense to me.
Looks can be deceiving.
Okay, this is warded.
It's all smoke.
Let's see. I'm gonna go for Rabadons next. Something that you should know if you ever go for this build. Like, it was never really apparent in lane because I kind of stopped laning with Gragas pretty early after I started roaming. But Gragas does have a lot of upfront burst also with his Q and his R and his E. But I really haven't noticed the effects of Athene's Unholy Grail yet. But if you do notice them, then you will notice that you don't have as much AP. So how you fix that is you buy, basically you go Athenes into Rabadons, because that will make up for the AP that you lost from going Athenes. So now that I have my Athenes, the whole goal is going to be build straight up damage and anything that I can to try to blow up Ezreal or Gragas.
Where next? Enemy rampage.
This isn't good for me in the spot that I'm at. And if they come back this way, then I'm just gonna have to. Boom.
Ally has been slain.
Okay. I don't know why Tristana ulted there. If she hadn't have ulted, that was an easy kill. Because I could have just W'd over the wall and E'd and Q'd and ignited and W'd back and killed him. But she probably didn't expect me to stay around, so that's okay.
Where next?
No harm, no foul. Didn't get a kill, didn't get killed. I guess that's one way to think of it.
Patience, summoner. Would I lie?
Okay. Or not. It's usually around this time in the game where like mid lane starts going to a different lane and then bot lane starts going mid lane. And that way the whichever bot lane pushes first basically can get another turret. And for me, that would be my bot lane. So my bot lane should technically be mid lane. And I should be in some other lane. And since Gragas was down here, I should be bot. And my bot lane should be mid with my jungler. And I can still 1v1 Gragas pretty easily, so...
Looks can be deceiving.
Oh. And then as soon as I say that, I see Gragas. And I get wrecked by him.
Classic mystery.
God damn. Alright, so I think Ezreal's coming. That was really confusing on the last part of my... Fuck, I didn't even auto-attack. That was really confusing on the last part of my ultimate, or... Yeah, I don't really know what happened at the end there. But this should be easy cleanup for us. They shouldn't be able to get this turret, and me and Fiddlesticks should be able to 2v4 them. That's how much health there was.
Watch
That really did not go how I wanted it to. That was way harder than it should have been. Because I got hooked by Thresh. I should have expected that he was there. I just expected that he was actually over on the other side, so I didn't notice that the hook was coming at me. Because I saw the ward, and having a ward placed right there is actually a really weird position to have. I guess it's not, but I wouldn't have expected it. I expected it to just be a completely...
Trust me.
I don't even know what you call that. Across, parallel, perpendicular to the wall.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
They should be able to get that, and they made what's his face actually pop an ulti. Singe didn't stop, or Ryze didn't stop Singe from basing. I don't know if that's because Ryze's W was down or something. But I do know that snares stop teleports. So
tricky, aren't you? Would I lie?
okay, now I want to
Classic Mr. X. Would I lie?
Now I want to build a DFG, I think. I don't know how much MR Singe has. A lot. That's an insane amount of MR. He's probably going for Banshee's Veil, so I'm not going to be able to do much to him. So Tristana's got to be the one that kills Singe. But Tristana's going for kind of an interesting build. Okay, well, Tristana just saves it. Never mind, Singe is dumb. So Tristana really did save Singe there with the ultimate, because she has no AD, so there's no reason for her to build, or for her to be using her ult, except for anything besides positioning purposes. And I'm actually gonna let her know that. So I tried saying it in the most polite way that I could. I couldn't have done Baron. I couldn't have helped them with Baron really, so if they are doing that, it's completely up to them. I had 300 health. I hope they didn't expect me to stay inside of a pit where Gragas can ulti. I think Ezreal's afraid of me. And apparently my Q does over half of a melee minion's health now. Without proccing the mark, which is good.
Patience, summoner.
I didn't get the full poke off there. That's okay. Damn, I'm really waiting for Tristana to get that Infinity Edge. Because that's what she's going for now. She bought a crit cloak. A little bit early on the crit cloak, but... Now I think without losing too much, I can try to kite Singed around just by auto attacking him every now and then. Because I have red buff. So since my slow has, since red buff has a slow on it, I know that I can kite Singed around, especially with my slow on my chain. What the fuck? Tristana took Ignite? Holy shit. That is a balls out risky play. Dear God, let me live. I fucked that up. I think Rise did too. Oh no, Rise is a god. The kite walk was real. Basically what I thought was gonna happen was I tried Wing behind Hecarim so that I could get away from him, and what I actually ended up doing was that I W'd into him and he pushed me aside with his E. So he actually knocked me out of my W basically, and none of the damage went off and I didn't escape anywhere. So that was well played by him, poorly played by me.
Classic misdirection.
Trying to be
Tricky, aren't you?
really implicative, like Tristana go IE, Tristana go IE, Tristana please build damage, without really saying much to her. Because if I said anything direct like, Tristana, you really need damage in your build or something like that, she would probably just be really mad. She has a lot of attack speed, but the only problem with that is that she already has an attack speed buff on her Q. So like obviously the build has some benefits and some, I guess, not benefits. What am I trying to say? Some benefits and some risks, consequences. But Tristana really shouldn't be ulting that many people here. Wow, I didn't know that I ulted Singed. Or I didn't know that I queued Ezreal, holy shit. Every now and then when I'm fighting, I'll just start zoning out and talk about something else. Okay, that's fine with me. I'm actually gonna sit like right here, and if Ezreal or Thresh walk in, I'm gonna just kill him.
Patient.
Okay. Wow, Ezreal could have killed me there.
It's all smooth.
Now we got the baits. It's called the pro baits. Any one of those abilities could have just one-shot me, but none of them did. For literally the only reason is just because they used them on me. Ooh. I could have actually taken that. That's pretty funny. I didn't know she was ignited. I don't want to do that. That was dumb. He could have just auto-attacked me and did that. So now I'm just playing like an idiot. Let me base before my mediocrity gets to me.
Looks can be deceiving.
At this point, Fiddlesticks should just take blue because I have 35% CDR and max is 40%, so getting blue would just be a waste on me. Because I would lose 5% CDR, and I don't really need the mana regen when I have Baron buff and Danes. We should probably try team fighting again since we've been winning them pretty consistently, and now that we have Baron, it'll be really easy to win them. That being said, I want to keep my lanes pushed so that when we pressure their base, we can pressure without worrying about like losing a turret to minions or something like that. Something dumb. And also it gives us the ability to split push if we have to. So Tristana's going to come over here and push that lane, and they'll push up the mid lane. Anyone that tries to contest us should technically not win. The only time that they could win here is if they went like 5 bot or like 3 top, since top doesn't have a tower at where I'm at. But I'll base before I get way too overextended into their territory, and I'll come mid right afterwards. I want to go for that one thing that I didn't go for yet, which is Zhonya's Hourglass. And I want it to be in my 3 spot, because my 3 spot is my secondary item slot. Now, what's up for me and what's up for them? Because Singed has a Banshee's Veil, I don't want to pop Singed at all. Gragas has a lot of MR also, but I don't necessarily want to hit him. I do want to hit him actually. Well, this Singed just kind of killed himself. Okay. Wow. I thought that. My bad. So I'm just super slow because I W flash ulted my W, and I thought that I was gonna have enough time to go back to my first W. But I overextended, or I overstayed with my trying to hit my Q on Ezreal because he was really low, so I got basically baited in by that. And then Gragas ulted me to the side, which caused a displacement, and I couldn't get away from it. But that really shows how weak Leblanc is compared to Gragas burst, because that was a ultimate and an E. Wasn't anything else besides that, because it shows up to 3 damage abilities, so he literally just ulted me, E'd me. And True Shot Barrage finished me off with like 1 turret shot. I think Singed is really the one that's losing it for him now. Like at first he was the only one that was like keeping him in the game. But now he just keeps on dying over and over again. Like, he's died up to 8 times. If Singed actually stayed alive this whole time, and he bought like a Randuin's Omen instead of dying 8 times, I'm pretty sure that they would be way further ahead or further in the game at least. They would have a chance at winning. Right now I don't think that they have much chance at winning.
Tricky, aren't you?
Our top lane's getting pushed into us. I can see that just because there's more red minions than blue minions.
Where next?
I'm waiting. I really want to end this game pretty soon, so that way it doesn't come like a really long, boring game.
Are you
I wasn't afraid of getting caught out because Singed was dead and I saw Thresh mid, and I'm just confident that I can escape the other ones. Obviously I could just get caught out and get bursted down, so I probably really shouldn't have been there. That's, I guess, end conclusion, I shouldn't have been where I was. That was Tristana auto-attacking the ward without having her W or Q1. Fuck. Why do I keep on doing that? Okay. I just wanted to get a quick peek at where everyone was. Actually, I have a ward over here, so I need to be careful. And then that was bad on my part, but alright on my part, I guess, at the same time. Okay, we should be able to get an inhibitor easily, maybe 2 inhibitors if we had minions mid lane, which we don't right now. Which is why you always push up your lanes. I almost have my DFG up. God damn it. I think I should be able to get that still. Cool.
It's all smoke and mirrors. Classic misdirection.
Luckily, so when I did that, luckily Hecarim had used his ultimate so fast, or so quickly after I had, god damn it. Luckily Hecarim used his ultimate so quickly after I had already W'd that I still had my W up, and I went back to the first one. Because if I would have had to choose between my W and my ultimate, then I wouldn't have gotten it off. Because I would have hit W, found out that it wasn't working, and then tried hitting R, and then by that time I probably would have already been hit by the Hecarim ulti.
Trust me.
Okay, now we can push mid. Since top's gonna push by itself, we can just keep, like, it'll be pressured. Basically always, actually, just looking at Hecarim trying to fight those, it's gonna be pushed always. So we can just push top or bottom. Bottom would be easier to get the straight over here if we really needed the extra gold. And then we could take their buffs while they spawn if we really wanted to drag this game out and get like a guaranteed win. But pushing this mid turret right here will do basically the same thing since we're not losing team fights. And it's gonna be not as easy, but it's gonna be just as easy.
Where next?
Okay.
Team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Now I think that should be game. Okay, GG.
Has destroyed